Well, hi there, Winning Ways fans, and welcome to another edition of our show, which we've got a very full one today. We're going to be looking at the Pegasus World Cup promo video, and it's a fabulous video, but we just want to show it to you because everything we do here is just as good, if not better. Raymond Spielberg, he does the July one. You compare the two. July one just as good, probably better actually than the promo video that we're going to show. But well worth having a look at what the opposition do. And
absolutely, yeah, it's very good. It's something everyone should look at because, as you say, we do a good job down here.
Absolutely. Now,
Arsenal did a good job for you.
Yeah, Arsenal, fabulous, fabulous.
New boy came in.
You know what's changed with Arsenal? Just one thing. You get this guy Mkhitaryan on the wing, and he passes the ball into the middle. He crosses it. Instead of them fiddling around and faffing around trying to run the ball into the goal, which is what they've always done, which is a problem. Yeah. This guy crossed it 3 times, 3 goals. Yeah,
they played well. They murdered Everton. But bear in mind, you come to Wembley this weekend. Bear in mind.
Are we playing England?
Yeah, it's not as good as England.
Because that's what happens at Wembley. We play England, don't we?
It's not as good as England. You go there.
Well, what happened at...
well, all you Liverpool fans, you know, they have a go at Mourinho for parking the bus. They had the bus, they had the caravan, they had the speedboat. They parked everything back. They got roasted.
Yeah, but it's hard to beat 13 players.
It's very hard.
Look, it's very hard. You know, when you've got the ref and the linesman on your side, let me tell you, then you really got a problem.
We gave them the first goal. The second goal was a great goal. We slaughtered them. There's only one team in it. Just shows. You come to Liverpool and you watch your team and then your crowd don't say a word. They were dead quiet second half because they got roasted. They got absolutely roasted. So? Yeah, it was one-way traffic. But the other, Chelsea played tonight.
Yeah,
and they can get back to Man United.
I just want to go back to this. Is a very important game because knowing that you're a Liverpool supporter, it was very interesting to see the way Liverpool handled the game because they were all over you Spurs boys the first half. Okay.
What game were you watching?
What game were you watching? And then the second half, you got 2 very lucky interceptions by the referee and the linesman.
Yeah.
Because if either of those were penalties, then I don't know. Then I saw 17 penalties.
If the second one was a penalty, then don't watch football. You can't kick a guy in the calf.
He never even touched him in the calf.
He tried to move his leg. Stop the debate if you didn't see it. If you didn't see it, don't debate.
But at the end of the day,
65% possession.
I see more shirt pulling in the penalty area than I've ever seen in my life, okay? And no one gets fined. Well, no one gets done.
Go and watch Crystal Palace. They come off wearing the other guy's shirts. But they got a penalty. They got the benefit. Benteke was pulled in the box and they got a penalty. But James, United went about their winning ways. And I agree with Mourinho. The league's over. But it's going to be a tough fight.
No doubt it's over.
Yeah, no doubt. They're just too good. They're just too good aside.
Well, we're not going to finish top 4, unfortunately. Again.
But,
again.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't, but mathematically you can because you've got the players. You've got the squad.
Well, my mathematics is not good enough to work it out that we can get there.
Sevens?
Anyway,
are we becoming the chokers?
And how about the one-dayer? Yeah. How bad was the one-dayer?
I don't know what's happening.
Ridiculous.
No fuff and no
chokers.
AV.
South Africans have become chokers. We choke on everything. Choke on our government, choke on our sport, choke on our breakfast.
They got rid of the Springbok rugby coach.
Yeah.
He's gone by popular demand.
Well, the interesting thing is I'm talking to a few people that know, and they say that Rassie Erasmus, the proposed new coach,
director of rugby,
has been the director of rugby, and he coaches from the sideline, as it were. He tells the coaches what to do, and but won't take the blame when things go wrong.
I don't know if that's true. Remember him on the roof at Free State? They were Brendan Fenton's got to say.
He's good at bringing aeroplanes into land at Bloemfontein.
The coloured lights.
Yeah.
James, I think if he gets the job, which I think he's the director, he's very talented. He's gone and spent his time in Ireland. He knows he'll have a good team around him. We can't go backwards, James.
He must man up. He's in charge. He's got to take responsibility. The person
Talk about takes responsibility. What about Coetzee? So it wasn't his fault he lost all those games.
No, he said there were a lot of positives to be taken out of it. That's what he said.
I hope he's talking about dope tests, because watching the rugby wasn't that good.
Look, just to talk about rugby, did you watch American, the Super Bowl?
I watched highlights.
Yeah.
You know, the Eagles, the underdogs won.
The Eagles beat Brady.
40 by 8 points, yeah.
Apparently
Brady fumbled late.
Apparently Brady behaved like a child too. So
Did
anyway,
he?
yeah. Okay.
Did they have a full air in the ball?
Okay, is that all we got to talk about?
Yeah,
because
that's
I
it.
still think that it was a shocking display last
The
night.
17-5 up at half time and don't get another point. Lose 24-17 to Fiji.
Absolutely. Certainly against that bunch, it was crazy. Anyway, let's go and see the 3 to follow. They're much more fun. Well, here we go. Let's go to the first one. We go to Turfentine on Saturday, and this horse has had a run, but I was very impressed with the way he came out and won his race. He's called the Rising Legend, owned by some great people, and they've owned a Rising Legend before. But let's
They've owned the legend, Louis the King.
The legend, yeah. Eightfold Path, this is by out of Jetmaster mare, bred by the Scott brothers. Eightfold Path, making a name for himself. Let's go pick him up at the start.
Yeah, here's the source here. It's the Rising Legend, and it's found support. It looks like one of them to beat, but again, it goes up in the gate, and it finds itself lost. But to the credit of young Marco van Rensburg, he does not panic. The leader now is the eventual runner-up. The leader in the second horse, that is Agent K and Ghost Rider. They're ones in Chris Van Niekerk's colours and the one in white. They look like they're going to have this race themselves, but the winner really runs a good race, James, the Rising Legend from the back.
Well, it's a pretty ordinary pace. The leader's making it for himself, obviously trying to win the race from the front, and I thought he rode a particularly good race, Gunther Rocherman. He's riding very, very well. Great judge. And this horse in the red cap is about second last now. And when you see them straighten up and you'll see the way the race unfolds, he really cannot win it going through the 100-meter mark. He's got no chance of getting there. Agent K in front now. Obviously, you've got the main protagonist right up there. He goes down the inside, black sleeves, red cap. And he looks like he makes it up quite easily, but then comes under pressure.
Give Marco some credit here. He doesn't panic. He realizes the long stretch. And the front two are really going for it. Ghost Rider's headed Agent K. Agent K comes back under a very good ride by informed Gunther Frochman. And these two got the race, but suddenly this horse responds.
Yeah, he changes stick to the right, but here you'll see that there is very little, 1.5, 150 to run, 100 to run, and here 50. At the 50, this horse just absolutely takes off. So he might be better than rated. He might be worth having a look at.
Penny drops.
Yeah, in the right type of race, and certainly going a bit further. Eightfold Path is bred to throw stayers. He's got a very good pedigree.
He's had a couple. I see Mark Miller backed one the other day with some serious money, and he was as green as your teeth, you know, and he just all over the place.
No, he pig-rooted all the way to the start.
Right. Do you remember
Looked like he did not know what was going on. So he was worth watching next time, but because obviously he shows a lot at home. Let's go and have a look at the next one, and we go to Scottsville. This was Sunday's meeting. Dennis Dreyer, always got some nice babies. Let's have a look at the horse Northern Route, owned by Sally Bruss, and he's a big chestnut. Beautifully bred, falls out the pens.
Yeah, falls out the pens. He gets a bump there. Socrates comes across. Socrates is Spooky Humby's horse who goes to the lead. I thought this had the form to win it. Runs a very good race, but gets run out of it by Golden Pheasant, who's not far off the speed. But this is niggled along. This horse that we found here, Northern Route, it's been punched along. Probably one, maximum two horses behind it. And as I say, Socrates looks the right horse with Golden Pheasant. But this horse, I think, keep an eye on him, James. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, it goes down with the pink cap right behind the horse of Mary Liley's in the green cap, and Golden Pheasant's in front of it. And, you know, you've got to give the Moors credit. They brought this out back from a long break. It did a joint, I think it had maybe, and it came out and won well. He's a nice, big, strong horse. But this horse is right behind him now, and he gets a very tender ride the last 200. You'll see just it's shown the whip. He's a half brother to Red Ray and all those horses. It's a fantastic pedigree, and I think Sally owns the mare. But yeah, just get a tap here, tap there, just, you know, sort of give it a little bit of assistance from the saddle. It probably would have run third or second maybe.
Big improver, James.
But certainly think we can be with that next time. Let's go and have a look at the next one, which was also Dennis Dryers. And it's Crown Sharker. Watch how this falls out the pens. This is by Tiger Ridge out of a very good man, Noble Destiny, bred by Wilgerbos Drift and Maritz Fontaine, and owned by Jill. And our friend Karuna Naidu, he owns a share in this, and maybe this is a nice filly, because she did look underdone in the parade in the Canada Pass. Let's have a look at her.
Yeah, you'll see from the highlighted gate that she doesn't get away with him. She doesn't know much about it, sort of takes a step or two, and then before you know it, she's off the speed, and Diego de Guava, the rider, gets her a clear run so she can get into the race. But the rest of them are off, you know. The Bungalow eventually wins this, had the form to win. But Foreign Candy showing a lot of speed, and on the outside of the white face is this horse that we found called Crown Sharker.
Well, she'll go out of picture. She's had 2 backhanders already, one coming out the pens, one to keep her in the race. She's still lost now. I'm not sure that there was much in front of her, except for the winner. The winner's a very, very nice filly, Captain Al. But you'll watch how this filly runs on here. She just starts gets another backhander there, and De Gavea then pulls a stick through and says, come on, let's go. Gives her a couple of smacks, and then pulls it through and says, let's go. And she runs on really well. Yeah,
she runs good. As you said, the Bungalows, who is the stablemate with Sean Veal, quickens away very nicely here and gives them cold. You know, Foreign Candy is trying to stay in the race. And this very green horse, Crown Sharker, runs into 4th.
Yeah, runs on really well. You'll just see it sneaking its nose into the picture now. There it is, in the red colours on the outside. And when you look at the head on, you see where this came from. This filly might be better than certainly that run will show her to be, because she was well beaten. But keep her in your black book, because if you find the right race, she'll be able to win. She probably need one more, I would have thought, that filly, just to get the hang of what's all going on. But worth having a close look at it. Dennis brings them along. Yeah. He gives them another run. Just let them find out what it's all about, and then they'll go and win. And we think you can get some cash with this one. Anyway, that's the 3 to follow. Talking about the cold, let's go and see what shouldn't happen.
On the outside, that's Sweetwater Oak in the Muddy Silks. Sweetwater Oak on the outside of Current Lady head-to-head. Sweetwater Oak loses the rider. Current Lady in front.
Well, I hung on to her, and then I thought about dropping off. Then I looked back and saw the rest of the horses, and then get run over.
Yards all the way. See the horse almost going down, and amazingly, he grabs a hold of the horse's neck and holds on for dear life, knowing that there were a lot of horses behind him, didn't want to get trampled. He's hanging on, and of course the people that had their money on him were really happy, but they couldn't believe it as he's dangling along. The crowd was screaming and yelling as it was inside the 16th pole, some 75 yards from the finish line. Unbelievably, look at the jockey in front. That's Tommy Chapman. He can't believe that Hubbard's hanging on all the way past the finish line.
Yeah, Northern Hemisphere, it's cold there, lack of grazing, and bulldogs are under big pressure when horses are around. We'll change it next week. We'll find another one next week. But there are some wonderful pictures there on the net. Let's have a look at Plum of the Week.
Followed further back by Dromedaris. Dawn Assault is towards the outside. Cess in the orange sleeves and cap, and Kilrain has got 5 to make up. Still Sheet Weaver in the lead. The Elmo Effect is second. Kilrain is now moving in strongly. Further back to Cess towards the outside is Cool Chardonnay and Dawn Assault. Sheet Weaver's now getting tired, and Kilrain full of running. Now Cool Chardonnay tries to come out of the pack, but it's Kilrain in the lead, and he stayed every inch. Kilrain has won. Second goes to Sheet Weaver. Cool Chardonnay third. Then came Cess.
Well, why we pulled this out was, if you studied your form, you had to put this horse into all your play, and you had to be with this horse. This horse was worth having a bet, and he was 10 to 1 and 12 to 1 on Interbet. Sure. He was a huge, huge price. He's by Dynasty, never gone the trip. In his life, never gone 2,400 meters.
Champion jockey aboard.
And, you know, Dynasties, they go this trip. You suddenly see Del Peche aboard the horse, and you see him going over the trip, and you say to yourself, well drawn at 3, My goodness gracious. This horse is quite a good horse, Kilrain.
My goodness gracious, I should have taken the 12s with you.
Exactly. Well, I thought it was a very, very good win from Kilrain, and he might end up being a very nice Gold Cup horse. Even there's no doubt that he should be able to get the trip. You're staying on at the death. And as you say, dynasties, 6-year-olds, don't worry about them. They come right when they start getting older.
Stronger and stronger.
Certainly the Cox stables are very well with him. So well done to them. And I know that Robert probably had a big strike, which is good luck to him. Good price on Interbet. Don't miss out.
Well, the key features for me are I play a lot of soccer 10s, soccer 6s, and soccer 4s on the tote. And the key feature for me is that I can follow online the payouts as the soccer matches are going and see exactly where I stand. And if I see I'm winning a lot of money, I can always back the other team to cover myself as well. So even if I don't catch the soccer 10, I can still make money from it if I'm in a position where it's paying a lot of money. So that is the key thing for me, that I follow the in-play prices and payouts as they go.
Yeah, there we go. Welcome to Current Affairs, and our sponsors, James, Magic Millions, they've got a couple of sales coming up.
Well, the big one's coming in Adelaide on the 14th or 15th of March, and obviously, if you'd like to get there or you'd like to get us to organise something for you, certainly no problem.
I bought Sir Frenchie off that, so.
Yeah, so Frenchie,
Hastine, that's right. Two horses bought, that's right. And I bought two the next year. They're both looking very promising too.
Yeah, it's a very, very nice sale. You can buy some horses with some fancy pedigrees for not nearly as much as you'll pay at some of the bigger sales in Australia. I like it a lot. I thought I saw a lot of quality there.
Always a lot of quality. And, good pedigrees.
As I say, 14th and 15th of March, or 13th and 14th of March. It's a Wednesday, Thursday.
Or was it Tuesday, Wednesday, James? I think it's Tuesday.
You know, without my calendar.
Yeah, it's Tuesday, Wednesday.
But it's that sort of time, and you've got to get going now because you've got to get visas and everything in place.
It's a very good.
Phil Giorgio obviously helps
with the travel. Let's go travel. Yeah,
so,
he does everything.
You know, he's Let's Go Travel. I don't know if we've got their slide. Maybe we can get their slide up, but we'll talk about them later. Let's move on and go and have a look at the big races. And we started off at Turfentine on Saturday. We had the first one was a Tony Ruffle. And this horse confirmed that he's one of the better 3-year-olds around.
Purple Diamond was further back. Searock came off the bridle for a stride or two. He's been pushed along. So too is Surcharge in the pink sleeves. The Puma to the outside. An Ideal Secret needs to get past them all. 600 metres left to go. Wonderwall. Sir David Baird, you're keen on the inside. Then comes the Tin Man, followed further back by Pietro Mascani. A few lengths away to Searock. Towards the outside is Hastian. Then comes Ideal Secret and Surcharge into the last 300 metres. Wonderwall, Sir David Baird. Yakinas in the yellow and blue. Pietro Mascani. Then further back to Ideal Secret and Surcharge, but it's Sir David Baird who's got the lead into the final 150 metres. Second place is Wonderwall, then Surcharge and Ideal Secret. Sir David Baird, look at Surcharge bearing down Sir David Baird. Surcharge, what a win! Surcharge, absolutely brilliant. From Sir David Baird, then came Wonderwall and Pietro Mascani.
Well, there we go. Just talking to James about it. What a terrific ride. And coming from off them, this is a very good horse, James.
Well, he gave weight to all of them. He's a Gimme the Green Light bred by Fastfontein out of a, funny enough, out of a dictat mare. Yes. Out of an imported mare. You know, Ian van Schalkwyk is one of the soldiers in this business.
Yeah, I think he paid about 500, 550 for it. It's 1 5 of 7. And the trainer's a very good trainer, James.
Very good. He won a Summer Cup a couple of years ago with a horse that ended up going to Mike de Kock in Dubai.
Yes.
Stewie Pettigrew had done a fantastic job.
He knows what he's doing, Stewie Pettigrew. And if you got the horse, he'll give you the result.
Exactly, no doubt about it. What was impressive was that he gave weight to a lot of horses and a lot of start in the straight. Superb win. We then go on to the 3 Troikas, which is the fillies race. Let's have a look at that. This was a good one.
Yeah.
At the top of the straight. Fort Vodka guards them for home. Dame Kelly is second. Then comes Fish River in the yellow sleeves and cap, followed further back by Taking the Piece. San Furman is making progress in the lighter blue. She's falling to drift. No more words at the outside. Further back to Someone Exciting. Then comes Green Top and London Secret. 400 meters left to go. Dame Kelly is the leader. Fish River second. Then comes San Furman in the middle of the course, followed further back by Taking the Piece. Green Top, London Secret. Now it's Fish River who comes to join Dame Kelly. San Furman in the lighter blue has got 2 to make up. Fish River in the lead, got 2 lengths. San Furman with her back to the wall, and she's not going to get there. Fish River wins it and wins it well. Second to San Furman. Third Dame Kelly. Fourth close, Taking the Piece and Green Top.
Well, an improving filly. I thought San Furman would be too strong, but this Canford Cliffs is getting better and better, James.
Beautiful filly, you know, out of an Exceed and Excel mare, bought in Australia, another Australian bred. And what I find very interesting about this filly is that she's by Canford Cliffs, who's now at Highlands.
That's right. Yes.
Now, what's even more interesting is if you, Richard Hughes, there was a big article about him, and he rode Canford Cliffs, and he said it was the best horse he ever sat on. Okay.
Is that right? Eh?
Better than Toronado, better than all those horses. He said when he sat on him early as a 2-year-old, he thought he was the best.
Richard Hannon trained it.
Yeah, Richard Hannon. Now, Hughes, he had a very good second season. He's a great friend of ours and was a great rider, and I think he's going to be a great trainer. 63 winners, 91 seconds in his second season.
That's very
good. He's got a Derby or Guineas prospect called Glenova, so let's hope for the best for him.
Yeah, good guy.
Yeah, very, very nice guy. But I think this filly, Fish River, well worth keeping in your black book. She is very, very good. She looks like she's matured, and certainly wonderful to have her sire standing in this country. Right,
what was interesting, James, was the Summerfeld clash.
Well, you know what? It shows you the fun and games that people get up to at Summerfeld. And I must say, I miss it. Look, I never used to get up to the turn. It was too far away from me.
Yes.
But there was always fun and games up on the turn.
Always. There's fun and games every day.
You know, there were guys hanging around there that really are trouble.
But I just think we've got to highlight this, that Dennis Bosch laid down a challenge to Alesh Naidu to race him over 60 meters. How would you have priced up?
I would have priced up 1 to 1,000.
Bosch.
Against Bosch. Bosch could have been 150,000 to 1.
Yeah.
Okay, 600 meters.
Yeah, that's 60.
Over 60. I promise you, over 60 meters, Bosch, no chance. You know what he looked like? He looked a bit like that dog that was being chased in the snow by the race.
I believe he said a sniper got him. And we've got a video clip of him and Alesh having this race. Yeah. Do you think a sniper gets him?
No chance.
No chance.
You know what got him? The unsmuts.
The unsmuts got in the way.
And the lack of action.
Lack of action.
Watch this
here's
action.
Dennis Bosch challenging one of his clients to race him over 60 meters at Summerfeld. Alesh won easy enough. Bosch bailed.
You know what was easier than Arrogate winning the Dubai World Cup? I mean, I never see anything like it. What did Bosch think? But Bosch told me, to his credit, okay. He said that he had had 3 goes already. He was tired, and he had run with shoes on. Now he's running without shoes.
He must have thought he was going to run that fast, because I see he put his parachute on in front. His parachute should have been behind if he was going to go that fast. But good luck to him, James. I know you don't train anymore. But if you'd have challenged someone like Gerald or something like that, Gerald Sadler over 60 meters, would you have beaten him?
I would have beaten any one of my clients. There's not a client of mine that would have beaten
Jimmy Burgess would have beaten you.
Jimmy Burgess.
He's in good shape.
I don't care. You know how fast I am.
You're a quickie.
Yeah.
I think Sadler might have given
very fast from the door to the manger, let me tell you. Yeah, always been my long suit.
Yeah.
But interesting to see what happens up there. And if ever you want a good breakfast and go and have a laugh, go to Somerveld.
Yeah. Any chance we speak to Mark de Kock? He's starting to turn them out.
I don't know. Unfortunately, he's got a very, very busy morning. I know there's a lot of things going on. But he's got a lot of work to do, Mike.
Yeah, he's very busy this morning.
You know what? What I want to do is I would like to actually put up the slide, because we're going to go to Dubai for the Super Saturday, go and see and support the team. Let's have a look and see what Phil Giorgio can put together. There you go.
That's World Cup night.
That's a World Cup night. What happened to Super Saturday?
Super Saturday is available. It's just a matter of phoning SP Let's Go Travel. All your numbers are on the bottom. You can get hold of Denise or Phil. And Super Saturday, James, what's the talk on Whiskey Baron? The rumours a few weeks ago was doing great.
I hear he's going to be there, but the horse that I liked was last week, Noah from Goa. I thought he ran a cracking race for Super Saturday. Janubi ran a great race.
He could gallop
All
in front.
these horses are prepping. You know, even Al Sahim, he showed the pace, needed the race. Micah said that he's gone a different route. He wants to get them ready for these big days. So 2 or 3 weeks' time, I think we're going to see these horses step out at Super Saturday. And it's going to be such fun there again. You know, just to go to Dubai.
It's fantastic.
The way they treat us, the way Phil Giorgio looks after us. Yeah. You got to get on this trip. You need to get visas. You need to get air tickets. Give Phil a call. Let's Go Travel. And I'm not sure the number, but it's...
you can get him on the number there.
It's all on the site. Anyway.
We'll get hold of me if they need to be. But, that's very good. So, James, it doesn't look like we can get hold of Michael de Kock. We were trying to get hold of Michael just to run through his runners. It's a great aid. We're going to stay on his case all through the carnival. And unfortunately, when we spoke with him earlier, he's really tied up, and he's probably in one of his meetings, James.
Yeah, Dubai Duty Free, they sponsor the Irish Derby. Another 3-year sponsorship, 1.5 million euros a year. They say it's the premier derby in the world. That's what Dubai Duty Free says. Any other news there?
I've got some interesting news, talking about barrier trials. Now, Winks' barrier trial in this morning in Australia against 8 other horses. Yeah. Every single one of them is a Group 1 winner. I couldn't believe it. I've just got the names of them. I couldn't believe it. There's... looks like Alexa, a Seapoy, Egg Tart, the Sebring, Foxplay, the Fox Wedge, Heavens Above, the Street Cry, Interference, So You Think, Red Cell, So You Think, and English, the Encosted Log. Everyone a Group 1 winner is barrier trialing over 990 meters with Winks. And the next barrier trial is 2 Group 2 horses.
Well, what I think we should do is we should get that barrier trial and we'll show it next week.
Good idea. Winks' barrier trial. Unfortunately, they post everything about Winks. There's fan clubs and whatever you so. Amazing. That's the barrier trial, 8 Group 1, and she'd be the 9th.
Yeah, well, it's fabulous to watch those horses. Just talking about Australia, let's go and see the Magic Millions graduate and Carmelita and the Rocket Man.
The Rocket Man, yeah. I was there when Carmelita was bought. Beautiful filly. She, I think, had back-to-back wins now.
Back-to-back, yeah.
Back-to-back filly. Lovely filly, this, and bought for breeding, so well done. And the Rocket Man. Now, the Rocket Man, if I'm not mistaken, is Michael Aziz. If I'm not mistaken, and also a very nice horse. So both these horses, well done to them. They were both graduates.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Rocket Man came from the Gold Coast yearling sale, and the weanling was Carmelita, bought at the weanling sale. And those type of pedigrees, she's got a fabulous pedigree. That's what makes our racing. We need to get these horses into our country.
Bought to go to Stadia.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, just going back to the news, Paul. The Tory, much poorer this year, Frankie.
Why is that?
Well, they've reduced his retainer there at Al Shakab.
That's Qatari, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, have they?
Yeah, they reduced
reasons? None given.
50% less horses racing in England.
It's a big reduction, eh?
Big reduction.
So they reduced his little stipend by 50% as well.
He had a high 6-figure retainer, and that would be in pounds.
A middle 5-figure one.
He had a high 6-figure retainer. That's what it said in the press release. But he doesn't have to worry, because the next thing that happens is women are just as good as men jockeys. They found in a study from the University of Liverpool. Well, Liverpool,
University of Liverpool, they found that women jockeys are just as good as Yeah, nothing. Again, our team are trying, Raymond Spielberg and his team are trying to get Michael. Unfortunately, he's tied up, so we'll have to speak to him next week. But that study about the girls and that, who did it? Liverpool University?
Liverpool University.
That's strange, eh?
Yeah, well, it's not strange when you see that a woman made the study. Vanessa Cashmore was the woman who did the study. She says that the women are just as good as the men. And on her study, there'll be just as many women riding as men.
Well, they have women's races, a lot of them in England. They've got a lot of women coming through, and there have been some good ones. But, you know, I remember when I was in America, the journalist at the time, Jay Hovday's wife, she won the Belmont. She was a very good rider. She won a leg of the Triple Crown.
Julie Crone was the best.
Thank you. That's her.
That's her name,
Thank
Julie
you
Crone. She was the best woman rider ever.
Yeah, she was a fabulous, strong woman. And as I say, she married Jay
If you looked at her from behind, she looked like a man. She had narrow hips and big shoulders. And let me tell you, that's the key to being a race rider.
You know, there's been a few good ones, but I suppose it's a tough statement, but a top woman rider has proven they can hold their own.
Well, Lisa Presswood rode for me for a long time, but I don't know, I find it hard to believe that the women are as good as the men. Just they've had the big sale at Tattersalls, and Willie John was sold to Roger Varian. He was with William Haggis.
Yeah, Haggis is
owned by Justa.
So Haggis has lost a few horses.
Yeah, it's a big blow for him. And they went for 1.9 million, and the fillies that were sold on that dispersal, 1.77 million.
All on behalf of Mayfair Speculators.
Yeah, Mayfair Speculators, yeah. So those...
that's big money.
Yeah, those horses have made their money overseas and been sold on. And obviously, same's going to happen here in a matter of time. But it's very sad for the business. We've got to move on. Unfortunately, we can't afford to lose big players like this, but there you go.
As many as we can get.
Yeah.
Well, let's have a look at this Pegasus World Cup story, James. You've seen it, I haven't seen it, but I believe we're up there with them.
Well, what is interesting is the Pegasus World Cup, initially, the first year, they used the MMA guy.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. You know I'm talking
yes,
about.
I know the guy you're
they
talking
used
about.
him. They did 4 clips, which we showed. We showed all 4
yes.
clips, which were fantastic. And if you look on YouTube, you'll see these 4 clips have hundreds of thousands of viewers, okay? So they're obviously after the Pegasus World Cup. They did this review of the Pegasus World Cup from last year. So it is old footage, but there have been over 1 million views of this.
Yeah.
And
didn't they use
shows
the cage fighter?
Yeah.
Wasn't it Conor?
Conor.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of his name. You know.
He got beaten by
the money.
Yeah.
Mayweather.
Yeah,
that's right. He did run in and all those adverts. That's right. They really. Is there some footage of that here?
Well, what this
Conor
shows
McGregor.
is it shows Conor McGregor. You're correct. Just wanted to see how long it would take for the penny.
My recall is slowing up, but it's just fractionally ahead of yours. But you're a decade older than me.
Way ahead of mine.
Way ahead of yours. Yeah.
I've got Alzheimer's sitting in at a great rate.
I know what you mean, Colin.
Yeah. Anyway, the point being is that this is some fabulous footage. We got, as I say, Dubai World Cup, Magic Millions. Get yourselves organised. We're looking forward to looking after you, and we hope that you enjoy this promo. But as we say, if you watch a July promo video, better than this. Well, there we go. We're looking forward to watching this Pegasus World Cup promo video. It's quite fun.
And, you know, and be athletes at the same time and do what we love. I mean, there was nothing like it, right?
Well, Darryl, small in stature, but big in heart.
I was born into horse racing. As a former jockey for 16 years and a jockey skill manager for the last 18 years, I'm privileged to witness this game from a behind-the-scenes perspective. A perspective I'm going to share with you to invigorate this sport by taking you into a unique visual experience as we develop technology that will take you where only jockeys have gone before, into an evolving sport, and reveal the latest winning solutions used for the safety and welfare of our horses and riders. Come for the ride and feel what it's like to go from 0 to 40 miles per hour in just 3 strides. Experience the strategies, split-second decisions, and maneuvers in the most action-packed sport ever. Feel the rush, the speed, the rhythm, and the power aboard one of the most majestic animals on earth. Experience the excitement of the game's biggest moments.
How fast they go?
Join me behind the scenes in the Sport of Kings. One day, I know you're going to win a classic, and maybe the Kentucky Derby first, God's willing. I know you are.
We're going to try. You sound like Al Michaels, dude. This is the next Al Michaels, baby.
All right, brother.
Good seeing
Travel
you,
safe. I love you.
I'm sure glad our paths crossed because he's my oldest daughter's godfather, this guy.
Yeah.
Just the idea that I would even get to compete with people like you was beyond my wildest dreams, and, you know, I was lucky enough my dreams came true.
And now, let me take you behind the scenes at the richest race in the world, the Pegasus World Cup. Jocks room, whether it's the Kentucky Derby or the Belmont, and the big races, right? How many, over the years, how many times we've done this? Who would have thought in Florida we're going to the biggest, or
the richest horse race in the world.
We were at Sherman this morning.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're such a good guy.
We got to spend some time with the Haji.
How's he doing?
Good. And so,
he's all excited.
Yeah. Everything going good?
Yeah, he looked good out there, as much as I could see.
Man, I'm like, please don't get in the air like you normally do. I'm like, this road is too narrow right here. You know, he likes to walk on his hind leg. I'm like, this is not the place to do it. I was so glad to get him back off that track.
Yeah, I could tell, because he's on the muscle. I mean, he's ready.
Yeah, when he go to doing like this, he really get on it. I mean, like, really get on it.
He looks so bright.
I know,
you know? He's like, let me at him. He's just enjoying himself.
Exactly.
We've been all over the world, and it's been an unbelievable run. You know, it's a horse of a lifetime. You know, they need heroes, and Chrome was one of them. He'll always go down as in the Hall of Fame one day, and I'll be there to watch him get inducted. The vet's there to check our horse out. He's going down to the shed row right now. I said, that horse looks familiar. Oh, big train. Oh, oh man, he's feeling good. We're good to go. Frank on the phone. I'm giving him a play-by-play.
Just hope it's a good one and a fair one.
That's all you can ask for.
Yeah. Hopefully we can take advantage of our post and see what happens, you know. I believe he's going to run real well from the looks of him, the way he's training and the way he's doing. He's training really well, as good if not better than before the Travers actually, or the Breeders' Cup Classic. I mean, going a mile and 8, you know, I mean, the shorter the distance would be more to the advantage of Chrome. But being what we drew, it could work out, you know, it could work out my way. We just have to wait and see.
That's it. You don't know
Right in here, right here
how it
we turn.
unfolds at
Yeah.
first 16th of
But
a
if
mile.
I can get away running real good and put him up there, you know, and let him get cruising, man, in that big old comfortable stride, he's gonna run we might see something pretty cool, you know. He's a big striding horse. I like to let him use it to his advantage, you know.
Is he heavy-headed, or he's just covered his just so?
No, not really. It kind of looks like it because he runs downhill, but he really doesn't. He really doesn't lean on you. You know, you don't have to hold him up at all.
All right, brother, how you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Nice to see you, man.
Good to see you.
How's things?
Good. Good day.
Yeah, you got it.
How you doing?
How you doing? Hey, bro. Come on, man. How you doing? Wonderful. Good.
Doing okay?
Yes, good. Thank you. Right.
Par 8. Everything good? Yes, sir. All right. Great day.
You? Yes, sir. Let's get lucky.
Yep. Is he the younger brother?
Yeah, he's the younger one. Hey, Big!
Everything good?
You just make it in?
Yeah. What's up?
Good, brother.
Right?
Suerte,
Hey,
man.
what's
Good luck
up,
to you
man?
today.
You too, huh?
Mike, we're good. I gave you the PJ.
Oh, you did? Oh, wonderful. Thank you, Terry. How you doing? Good? Everything good? Yeah. How's the married life? Good? Yeah? Good for you. Gonna name the first one after me.
Hey, Mikey.
What's up, brother?
My brother from a different mother.
You got that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not that heavy, but it's okay.
Oh, it's not too heavy. It's light, huh?
It's light, yeah.
Loose.
A little tight, a little tight, a little tight. You have more, you know, you have more.
More chichis.
Yeah.
What do you bring? 12 whips for one raise, man. I'm telling you, you have her make you a shot of this coffee, man. You'll run through a wall, man. I'm talking to these guys, look, they said, man, this guy don't shut up. Man, that Cuban coffee, whoo!
That's what I need right now.
So now, Edgar, the movement, finally they're listening, and the goal right now is to make a 118 minimum for our journeyman riders, and we're there just about in California. Everything's getting in between 18 and 26. I mean, they're doing it, and the racing secretaries are working with us. They know. They want healthy riders.
Perfect.
Is the horse that's getting better. Bobby. All right. Suerte, Bobby.
Hey, thank you, Mike. I gotta see. I can't wait to see this race unfold.
Ron, good luck, brother. Good luck, guys. Good luck. Good luck, Nick. Good luck, Mikey. All right, Alex, let's go. We gotta go. Alex.
Good to see you. Very nice to have you back.
Yes, sir, man. Let's have
Good
fun
luck,
here,
all right?
huh?
Yeah.
This is awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, having a good day. Come on up after.
Yes, sir.
Go from the inside and the middle. Load them, try to load them two at a time, you know.
Each horse has an assistant starter.
Yeah, they all have somebody with them.
Sí, sí. ¿Ah? Johnny, vente, Johnny. I gotta go.
¿Queremos una foto aquí con los dos? Una foto, papi, por favor.
Ay, coño, faltó Johnny B. Un corillo, espérate,
Ok.
aquí todo el mundo.
Óchate.
Vente, José, no sé qué.
El jinete más viejo que venga para acá, mira.
Vente, José.
Vente.
Prado, ven.
Prado, no, José.
Ahí están los que tienen chance de
He's the
ganar.
oldest jockey in here.
I'm older than him, big.
Mira, diablo. Okay, vamos.
Come on, guys. I gotta go do an interview, man.
Okay.
I'd like 6 on the bench and 6 behind. Yeah, I'll wait till the horses go out, then we'll go.
They're in the game. They're off in the Pegasus World Cup.
Yeah, after we broke right here, I hustled him, man, for a good ways actually, just to get him going. I wanted to get by this horse that was right next to me here, which was Johnny, but I couldn't clear him. Then look how good he is. After you hustle him real hard, you're able to just put your hands down and he'll settle. So I thought, man, when I get to this turn, I'm going to use this elbow to tip out real quick, because you can tip out a lot better whenever you're going into a turn. It's easier. You just go straight for a jump and you're out, you know. So right in there is right when I did it, right in there. And once he tipped out, man, I mean, he was double loaded. I think coming off the turn, I might have just reminded him to keep it going, just to keep him running coming off the turn, and then and it was pretty much just letting him have fun after that, to be honest with you. With all due respect to the competition, I mean, he really did it pretty handily. I think he'd go on to win by, what, 4? And then the gallop out which was incredible, because he was just kind of playing galloping out, and that horse come up next to him, and I mean, he literally took off. I didn't get him stopped to the backside of the half-mile pole.
I bet you I'll go over there, not one text. And tomorrow, back to reality.
It's the name of the game, buddy.
Yep. Yes, it
It's
is.
the name of that game. Horse racing.
All right.
¿Tú? ¿Emocionante?
¿Te sientes mejor?
Segundo. Second is good, man.
Hey, you know what they say? You know who finished second place?
the first loser. But in this race, you don't care.
Wait. Good job, buddy.
Congratulations. You guys, you're on second, huh? Way to go, Mike. Congratulations. There you go, Mike. Way to go, man.
Day of racing action, and we're glad you could join us. A historic day indeed. We have done what we said we were going to do, and we've made racing history.
Try to do things which would benefit the racing industry. I want to get horse racing on a level higher, and I think horse racing should really be the #1 sport in the world, because it gives so many people the feeling, and they can be winners. You know?
Mike Smith, a lot of credit. I sleep at night knowing that Mike Smith is going to ride this horse.
We wanted to make this race more than just a race. We wanted to create an event around it, and that it becomes a marquee racing event on a, you know, it can compete with anything around the world. And we wanted it to also be a lot of fun and to start attracting a newer and broadening the fan base. And we wanted to introduce it to younger people and
Congratulations.
All right.
Yes.
Congrats, my brother. All right. Excellent, bro.
I didn't even get paid for that. And I was so Johnny moved forward. And he gave me a gap there. Yeah, I was saying, get out. Was like that. A girl made me this, same colors as Arrowgate. I have such a talented horse. And I was able to ride the race I wanted to ride with the ability he gave me, and I just give him all the thanks and all the praise and all the glory. Without him, we have none of this, man. No horses, no people, no nothing. You know, here comes a horse like Arrowgate. It's unbelievable. It's hard to describe, you know.
get in. Now you're walking out.
Good to see you. Thank you, dear.
Morning, Mikey. How you doing this morning?
Hey, Daryl, how are you?
Doing great. How about yourself?
Doing really, really good.
I hear you're going to Dubai with Arrowgate.
Yeah, I just got the news, so yeah, really, really excited, man. Get another opportunity in a race like that.
Your World of Winners is now online at www.teletrack.com. Simply subscribe to log into your account from any mobile device in South Africa and access a wide variety of content from our membership package options. Listen in via a live audio stream, catch live racing locally and internationally, or view a wide variety of Teletrack magazine shows to stay informed and updated on the go at any time. It's never been easier. Go to teletrack.com now.